All right, Michael, the bye week is in full swing, and Alabama enters at 4-0 with arguably its best performance on both sides of the ball so far this season. What do you kind of see as the kind of the bright spots that Alabama takes into this bye week, and what are maybe some of the things they need to maybe work on going forward?
The bright spots have to be in terms of the offensive performance, the yards they're able to put up, the way they're able to hit the deep balls that people have been questioning for weeks now. I guess the playmakers are there. The defense is improving. Definitely showed that against Florida, only allowing them 200 yards. Granted, Florida's offense is not maybe the fun and gun of the old days, but to completely shut them down the way they did, and only 3 touchdowns to come off the turnovers, that's pretty good, I'd say. But I think the turnovers, the mistakes they made, that's obviously the issue that they have facing this week.
Yeah, I think it's been easy and popular to talk about the offense and what they've done these last 4 weeks, but I think that the defensive improvement is kind of maybe going unnoticed.
Right.
But I think that they're communicating better, they're tackling better, and it looks like they figured out some things in the secondary to at least perform a little bit better. There were still some issues against Florida, but when you look back at that game, one of Florida's touchdowns was a defensive touchdown. The other 2 were on drives that started deep in Alabama territory off a turnover. So this is kind of a defense that has really responded from that first week of the season, which outside of allowing only 1 touchdown, it really wasn't a good performance against West Virginia. But 3 consecutive games now, it looks like it's definitely not the 2011 Alabama defense, but it's a better one than we've seen maybe at the end of last year and then the start of this one.
It's true. I think one of the things that what you don't notice is what might be the more notable thing about this defense. They have not given up that big home run, that 80-yard touchdown, that blown assignment, blown coverage in the secondary, where it happened in the 2011 team. That's not something that, it doesn't mean you're a bad offense, bad defense, but they have not allowed that big play. I'd have to go back and look and see what the biggest play they've allowed this year, but they haven't had that big explosion. So the fact that they're keeping people in front, it's important.
Yeah, offensively, though, clearly the big play has been huge, but I think the thing that they're going to be focusing on more is kind of these sustained drives and not being their own worst enemy. The penalties, like you mentioned, the line of scrimmage, pre-snap issues, those are things that are going to have to get wrinkled out, and those are the things that Saban keeps mentioning when some of guys like us are quick to praise what they've been doing with big numbers and everything like that. Alabama's bye week schedule, they've got a few more practices, but media-wise, that's about it for us this week. But we'll be back and raring to go for Ole Miss week.